And we welcome you to Dodgers Daily for Sunday, August 7th. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poker Report. I'm so glad that you've decided to tune in. There was a lot of exciting action last night, Saturday night, in the Dodgers minor league system. Michael Grove had a very good start. Gavin Stone was dealing again. Is he the best pitcher in all of the minor leagues? Lael Lockhart Jr. made his debut with Double-A Tulsa. Kyle Nevin had a big night last night. He's another 2022 draft pick that shined out last night. For the Quakes, Yunior Garcia continues just to have one of the hottest months I have ever seen as a minor leaguer, and Jose Ramos went big fly again. So there was a lot of action to cover. Let's not waste any time, and let's get right to it. Michael Grove had a good outing for Oklahoma City, going 5 innings. He gave up 2. He struck out 7 and walked none. His fastball was 95.7. His slider was 86.4, and his curveball was at 80. His ERA in July was just 2.70. His whip last month in July was just 0.90. So Michael Grove, the right-hander out of West Virginia, has been throwing very, very well lately. He has some of the best stuff in the org, and he has been showing it. Drew Avans got a hit in his first at-bat last night to extend his on-base streak to 43 games. Let me remind you, that is the longest in 3 years in the PCL. So congratulations to Drew Avans, the left-handed hitter out of southeastern Louisiana. Ryan Noda hit home run number 18 on the year. It came off the bat 105.6. It traveled 442. Very happy feet. Noda is now hitting 294 with an OPS of 845 so far in August. He had 6 for his last 11 with 2 home runs, a double, 7 RBIs, 4 runs scored, and 13 total bases during that stretch. So Noda has been hot of late. He can carry teams when he gets hot, and he is a stat stuffer. Edwin Rios hit a 103.9-mile-an-hour double last night, which is his 4th double since joining Oklahoma City. He also has hits in 5 games in a row, so Edwin Rios is having a successful rehab stint in AAA Oklahoma City. If you go to any of my social medias, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, you can see every pitch. I don't think we'll get through them all here on this video, but I have every pitch of Heath Hembree's outing last night for Oklahoma City. His fastball was 93.6 to 95.8 in that range. His slider was 83 to 85. His one curveball was 81. So Hembree has 10 years of Major League experience, another one of those fringy 4A guys that the Dodgers like to bring in. He was released on June 26 by the Pirates. The Dodgers signed him to a minor league contract at that point. And so here you can see Heath Hembree. He has 10 years of Major League experience. He's throwing with AAA Oklahoma City. This is Justin Hageman, right-handed pitcher out of Penn State. He threw a scoreless inning last night. He's gone scoreless in 3 in a row and 5 out of his last 6. He started the year in Double-A Tulsa, moved up very early, I believe it was either in April, maybe early May, but moved up very early. He's been with Oklahoma City ever since, and he has gone scoreless in 3 in a row, 5 out of 6 for the Penn State Nittany Lion, Justin Hageman. The Drillers were out to hit 11-6 last night, but won the only stat that matters. That's the scoreboard as they took down the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, the Double-A affiliates of the Kansas City Royals, 9-2. You're looking at Gavin Stone. After he gave up a hit and a walk to start the game, Stone struck out the side to get through the first inning scoreless. He went 4 total. He struck out 7. He walked us 2. So he struck out 7, walked us 2. He gave up no runs. And he entered last night as one of the best pitchers in all the minor leagues with an ERA of 1.41. His whip going into last night was 1.12. He now has 124 Ks on the year and only in 93.1 innings. Let me say that again. He has 124 strikeouts in 2022 and 93.1 innings. Compare that to just 34 walks. So the young right-hander out of Lake City, Arkansas, went to the University of Central Arkansas, threw a no-hitter in his last performance for the Bears in 2020. Gavin Stone has been dominant. He was dominant again last night. This is left-hander Lyle Lockhart Jr. The video is not very good. Northwest Arkansas, their center field camera. This is how it looks. It's been compared to like World War I field camera type stuff or being recorded from potato, but it's the best I could do because that's what they gave us. This is left-handed pitcher Lael Lockhart Jr., who was originally out of Friendswood, Texas, and then went to Houston out of high school and then transferred to Arkansas, the University of Arkansas, for his last year of college. So he was making a homecoming of sorts as he was throwing in Springdale last night against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. So he had a lot of friends and family there to see him. I'm sure that was a special moment. This is his first action in Double-A, and it was, I'm sure, very exciting for the left-hander Lael Lockhart Jr. Justin Yurchek hit his 5th home run of 2022 and his 2nd in his last 3 games. You know, he hit .381 in July with an OPS of .988, and he's hitting .375 with an OPS of, check this, .1420 so far in August. So Justin Yurchek still in Double-A, just needs to keep raking. After getting the 2-inning save last night, Abiatal Avellino hit his 3rd home run in his first bat. Let me say that again, actually. Abiatal Avellino got a 2-inning save on Friday, and then last night, Saturday night, he hit his 3rd home run of the year and his first at bat. So how about that? You get a 2-inning save, and then your first at bat the next day, you hit a home run. That's awesome. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. So he has hits in every game he's played in August, and he has a 4-game hit streak. Abiatal Avellino does, where he is 6 for 13 with 2 home runs and a double. Buddy Reed has shown the clutch gene so far during his stint with Tulsa. He hit a home run in his first at bat with the club, if you remember that, a couple of weeks ago. And he also has hits in 5 of his 7 games that he's played with Tulsa. He is 7 for 22 with 2 home runs, a double, and 8 runs scored since being promoted to Double-A. So Buddy Reed, I know he put a lot of work in the back cages of the complex there in Arizona, and it is paying off for him. There were not a whole lot of highlights last night for Great Lakes. They got down 3-0 in the bottom of the first. They did not score until the 8th inning, and they lost 6-3 to the Lake County Captains, the high A affiliates of the Cleveland Guardians. But Jose Ramos did hit his 17th home run of the year and 3rd so far in August for the Loons, and he has 5 RBIs in the 4 games this month. So Jose Ramos was a bright spot amongst a loss last night for the Loons. Jorbet Vivas had 2 hits for the Loons, and he now has multi-hit games in 3 of the 6 games he's played in August. And again, Vivas is a very explosive left-handed hitter. The Dodgers are very high on him, and for very good reason, and he had a good game last night. 2021 draft pick Peter Hubeck that you're seeing on your screen. If you're listening, I'll describe it to you as best I can, but he was on point again last night for the Quakes. He threw 2.1 innings. He struck out 4. He walked none. He always has that big curveball, and he gave up no runs. He is not allowed a run. And as a matter of fact, not only did not give up a run last night, he has not allowed a run since May. That spans 5 outings, 11 innings, and he has 15 strikeouts, just 3 walks since May. So Peter Hubeck has the big stuff, and he is a very exciting draftee. You know, is drafted out of high school, there's that big curveball, out of Gilman High School. So very excited about this young right-hander. You're looking at Kyle Nevin. He was another 2022 draft pick. You know, we talked about Taylor Young and some of the other 2022 draft picks who have had such big nights lately. There's Kyle Nevin hitting a home run at Baylor when he was in college, and I saw him a lot as an Oklahoma State fan. Saw him plenty of times, and I could say I'm glad he's on our side now with the Dodgers, or on my side, I should say. He had 2 hits last night, an RBI, and 3 total bases for Rancho. He was drafted in the 11th round. Like I said, out of Baylor, he had .296 in college with an on-base percentage of .348. He is the son of Phil Nevin, and I can tell you, I've seen him many times. He can hit. Yunior Garcia had another big night last night for the Quakes, going 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. He's hitting .583 so far in August with 3 home runs, a double, and 17 total bases. I know Tim Rogers of Dodgers 2080 just talked to him, so head on over to Dodgers 2080 and check out that interview that Tim did with him. I'm sure it's a really good one. Tim does a great job. But Yunior Garcia has been one of the hottest hitters in all of the minor leagues lately, and he had another good night last night. Here we go with the 2022 draft again. This is Dalton Rushing, the catcher out of Louisville. He went 3 for 4 last night for the Quakes. He's hitting .714 since he's joined the club. He, like I said, a catcher out of Louisville that was drafted in the 2nd round. He has that left-handed hitting. He's a left-handed hitter. He has a very, very good hit tool. So very excited about the 2022 draft pick, Dalton Rushing. 21-year-old left-handed pitcher out of Venezuela, Christian Suarez, had a good outing for the Quakes, going 2 innings. He racked up 3 Ks, and he has 61 strikeouts in 48 innings this year. So he has a lot of swing and miss in his stuff. His deal is just keep it in the zone. You can see that big slider. When he keeps it in the zone, Christian Suarez is very good. Almost identically to Suarez, Madison Jeffrey has big stuff. He has a lot of swing and miss stuff. And when he is in the strike zone, this 2021 draft pick out of West Virginia is very, very good. As a matter of fact, check this out. His average against in August is just 0.91. His average against in April was 0.00. In May, it was 179, and in June, it was 139. So you can tell he has big explosive stuff. I call it knees and elbows. As you can see, you just kind of see a bunch of feet and knees and elbows come at you. Then you see the explosive stuff. And he had it on display last night, striking out 2 of the 3 outs that he recorded. Madison Jeffrey. I'm glad that you tuned in to another edition of Dodgers Daily for Sunday, August 7th, and I hope that you tune in tomorrow. Actually, there won't be a podcast tomorrow. Tomorrow will be main feature Monday for Dodger Poke Report. There will not be a podcast Tuesday either because there is no action on Monday evenings. So the next Dodgers Daily will come to you Wednesday morning, so I hope that you tune into that. And I also hope that you log on to DodgerPokeReport.com or visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. And I also hope you become a subscriber to the Dodgers Daily podcast. As always, I'm glad that you've tuned in, and go Dodgers.